Suddenly down by 23 pins after leaving the two. Just an 8-pin count. Hoping for help across the deck on the 10-pin. Cannot get it.
Turn to throw your next shot. First violation is $100. The next violation, $500. Could get expensive real quick.
Oh, 10-pin as he tries to rebound from that. This year he's fourth on the money.
Certainly needs to win at least one of the next 2 weeks.
Hit! Go!
When you don't need to.
No one on tour.
What a surprise.
No one on tour has
anyway.
3 major
It's my good luck charm for most of this week.
appearances and 3
action.
If there's a weakness in Chris's game, what do you think it is?
You know, physically he has no weaknesses. Like I said, he's got a lot of imagination. He can play a lot of different shots. If there's any weakness, it's his own self-doubt. And folks, we saw that a lot this week. Just a solid 10. Left lane. He's just been pure on this lane every shot.
Good shot. Oh.
Kramer, instrumental in the formation of the PBA.
The other thing that Patrick Allen has going for him.
Looking for his first title of the year, although 10 TV appearances this year.
Leaves the 10-pin. Now he's gone to a ball that does not hook much at all. Very, very stable.
On the third frame, spare and a strike. He trails by 10 to Kent.
Trails by 20 with a chance to cut it to 10. Maybe you're a fortune teller. Maybe you know he's going to strike here, so that's why you said 10. I know how you work, Phil.
I envision the strike. And I thought I had ESP. And
this is 10th top 8 finish of the season, tops in the PBA. This time he leaves the 10.
Jason Belmonte, Chris Barnes, Wu Siu Hong and Matt Chamberlain make up Group B. We've got a Group A player, Guy Kaminsky, in the commentary booth alongside us, and that 10-pin has stayed up again.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Process. This is a big shot. This to make Jason Belmonte earn his point.
And that's what the pros do. That's what makes him so much better than the average guy. And under big pressure, they deliver.
No, the 10 again.
And the same goes for Norm Duke in the title match.
It's close.
That one just flew over the 10.
And again, just another additive to the ingredients. I promise you, he throws this next shot the same exact way. We'll have a tie.
And a roll-off.
Moves on. Wow. Don't shake your head, Scroggy. You take it.
All I can say is unbelievable.
we had mentioned Marshall at the top of the show about Player of the Year. Even though Chris Barnes hasn't won, he told me earlier, I'm not through yet. I'm still going to make a run in the fall.
Very confident player.
All right. Sorry.
The one pin's easy. The strike right here may not be.
Winner moves on to face five-time PBA Player of the Year, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
But I think he gets it. I really do. He's well practiced. He's confident. Oh, and a solid 10.
Unbelievable.
And a heartbreak for Barnes.
Left knee and really being stable at the foul line.
by the 10. Again, it's like Tony. Were you talking?
Maybe 30?
Okay. 30. Like that.
Maybe more. He's so good, though. I don't...
10 times a game and only get the ball out. Only get the 10 out half the time.
And this is one of those guys that faced those frustrations quite a bit this week. I mean, he hit the hole all week long. But
9-4 and a 238 average to get this far. One of his 300 games came against Steve Jarris. 1 of 4 thrown so far here at TOC. Chris Barnes won't have one here and leaves the 10. Two-time winner of a major. 62nd U.S. Open. 06 TOC. Tournament of Champions in Connecticut near Hartford. Last year won just outside of Dallas. Big shot. Oh, wow. God. Ringing 10.
Lead, Malott, your player of the year. Here is Barnes, bottom of the third. Again, in the 6th, he bounced back with a 9 spare. So both guys below win. Just stay clean.
Stay clean, make it. You can clap now.
Well, he got the messenger when he needed it. First title of the season. Yeah, it looked like a good pocket hit.
You see that it's a high friction zone.
Leaves the 10 this time, so no strikes yet here in semifinal number 2. Barnes leaves the 10.
Big right turn, soft 10 pin. A big left turn, pardon me.
I got one off of it. It's flat 10.
Eddie all week. See his average on this pattern.
There we go. There we go.
Flat 10.
On our only pair of strikes we've seen yet here in the semis, trying to string 3 together here to close out the 6th.
Wow. 10 pin. Chris Barnes took home the title. Here's a 10 pin again.
Making you crazy. That's when you say, you know what, guys, it's time to throttle back.
Go.
There's a 10.
Leaves the 10 pin.
Exactly.
Vegas at the World Series of Bowling. You know, the folks at home are starting to know them as much as Sean.
I think we've seen the entire wardrobe from Sarah here over the course of the World Series of Bowling. Cleaned out her closet.
Gene's going to start signing autographs as he goes through the airport.
Too not make a good. Good.
How dare you 10 pin? Who do you think you are? What a run.
Messenger. Not enough on its tail to drop the 10-pin.
Almost got one of his strikes. I don't get him over there very often.
In the fifth, again looking to remain perfect as he did in the shootout round through 5.
Right up the back of the ball. That, solid 10 for Chris Barnes. The same thing that Norm Duke's done on lane 34.
You're bowling a game to not have to bowl a game. I'm a fan of absurdity.
It's a beautiful thing. They said
Twice.
Double burro. 10-pin for Barnes. And Barnes gets a big break, almost with the washout. With the 1-2 crumble, remaining pin standing is the 10.
And there's a reason why he was the Mark Roth MVP of that Elias Cup competition. He's hollering for that one to go, and you see why.
There's a lot of axis rotation. There's up the back. That looked like it was in for week 10.
No, touch wider. That's the kind of line that Williams was having a problem with, and he's left a flat 10.
A lot better. Ball change for Mr. Barnes.
Well, it wasn't a split.
Thank you.
10-pin.
Appreciate
He's
that.
probably pretty happy about it.
3 frames and Barnes struck out, but that's over now. And right now for Chris Barnes, it's all about credibility. Come on, strike here.
Some days it is not yours.
He'll have others.
But that has a lot to do with his motivation today. These people are geared for him, they're ready for him, and they're keeping him up, and that's what he needs right now to win this tournament.
Meanwhile, Chris Barnes trying to remove that albatross from around his neck, the longest current streak on tour for telecast.
We're going to see Chris play a line very similar to what we saw Blaise Bedoya.
It's going on lane 23, one of the TV pair, and rings a 10-pin. He told us before the match it happens commonly with him. He's not going to throw a ball he's not comfortable with. Often he strikes after he stops the delivery. This time it's a 10-pin.
And this was the lane yesterday that he left 4 solid pins in a row and needed a strike to win in the 10th frame. So he's got some bad karma about this lane.
6th frame. 10-pin again.
Again. In case the lanes transpire during the next match, he'll have to wait a game before he comes back.
Another 10-pin on that lane. Keep that in mind for hoping to earn a Hall of Fame berth. But that's got to be after he's inactive.
Chris Barnes was very adamant about being, I want to lead every stat, every category.
Boy, that messenger comes right across the deck and just missed the 10. In suburban Dallas. They'll gladly take it. First time.
About people requesting what a 5-bagger should be, and by no means is it my desire to name every combination of strikes, but someone recommended the Cinco Sacco. That is the only time I'm going to mention Cinco Sacco, because it's not making the cut.
Real good shot there. Chris Barnes leaving a ring in 10. We saw a lot of ring in 10 pins this week.
He wanted it so.
Jason Couch, the only player to ever do it 3 consecutive years in a row. It's okay. It's all right. As long as you convert the spare, he needs a mark in the 10th frame, and he's a winner.
Second time in the last 3 frames he's left the 10.
Ten-pin stands. Jason Belmonte, Chris Loschetter here at the Geico Summer Swing Works.
I just think it keeps it nice and simple for him.
There's a 10-pin again.
And back,
stay clean.
Back-to-back week 10s. What this level and this sport is all about.
Ten-pin.
Duke needs a double and 9 to win by 1. Anything less.
Finals, which is what we are using here. Barnes has got to find one here. There's the 10. Unbelievable how this match has completely swung from the first half belonging to Barnes, and the second half now belongs.
It would force Dick Allen to get the first strike in the 10th. We've seen it happen time and time again this season. When players look like they were left for dead, they strike out in the 10th frame, their opponent gets up, and there's a colossal blunder.
Leaves the 10.
He killed Chris Barnes and any chance he had to win this.
That one carries.
Steal this away from Jason.
Chris's last win. Vienna Open in Austria. Wants to win stateside.
Hang on.
That's just a little late on the scout.
Quick machine there. Back on Barnes.
And you see Barnes exhaling in the background. Still up 22, though, here in the 6th. Got the pocket, missed the 10.
Rookie of the year. Solid 10. Ripped it, left the 10. Same flat 10 that Arnold left.
Boy, Barnes, you look at Marshall, the way he holds the ball, but getting him to play so many different angles, going a little bit straighter tonight. Just the 10 pin, that's all right.
Well, there's a smile from Barnes as he knows he's taking care of the business.
Boy, it's tough to hold up with that.
Yeah, he's strong.
Ball coming through like that. First frame, title match.
Solid 10.
Person he considers extended family. John battling illness. Best wishes to him from Chris.
There we go. Oh, God.
There's a 10-pin.
You.
Chris, the first to admit this has not been the year he had hoped for. Made the one show in KC. Didn't win there. Solid point numbers as he leaves the 10-pin. How things have gotten better for him. What a start. And you know the momentum has drastically swung so early in this wild card match. In the pocket. Solid 10-pin for Barnes. He wanted that one certainly. Go 7 games, the max. All match play now. 32 to a round of 8. It's best of 7. Another 10-pin, Chris Barnes.
First order of business once you come off the lane or when you step up to the barge.
Another 10-pin. Hard to believe this string of solid.
Dad, bowling to TSC.
Barnes, second frame. Just a 10-pin. It's amazing, though, Barnes
To extend his lead.
Sixth frame, working on 3 in a row.
Not that much.
Barnes with a possible 258. Hoskins possible 249. Boy, he's got to hurry.
Oh.
He's jumping around. Be careful with that toe.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. He's bouncing around out there. So a lot of family here watching.
Barnes with a spare to start this semifinal match.
Looks better down the lane. Now comes in light.
Too much.
So Barnes now down by just 10. Trying to make it 4 in a row.
To tie up the match. Soft 10.
Flat 10.
Light last time on lane 46. Now Messenger, Bird Dog.
Game's a disaster.
Call it what you want.
And as you pointed out, Marshall does control his own destiny. If he gets that, we'll shut out Bob Learn Jr.
Well, important to make a good shot here in the 10th frame. If he marks, it would at least make Learn double in the 10th frame. So first things first. He makes the good shot, but the 6-pin lays in the channel, does not knock out the 10. It's going.
Barnes, also from Flower Mound, originally from Topeka, Kansas. As we told you, Wichita stayed alone. Wow. Comes in high. It's way right on the verge of the channel there.
Exactly what we were talking about.
7 straight strikes in that round of 8 match with Parker Bowen in frames 5 through 11 to clinch it. Really high. Oh, wow. Number 4 late goes down. Chris asked for one more and he got it. Just a 10.
Move on, lose, and go home. And, you know, I've talked about it before. Bowling on television is an acquired skill.
Oh. On a spare. How committed is Chris Barnes? 10-pin.
Oh. That's as good as I got.
Yeah, and when as good as you've got leaves a ring, all he needs is a good ball reaction, and he can strike with the best of them.
And here's one of the best right here, Chris Barnes. combined 258. And Chris rolls a 258 and loses.
Right, which means he struck every shot but twice. Yeah, it's nice to make the show, but he's got a lot of work to do, and his business isn't finished, just making it.
Bringing 10 for Chris Barnes, his first shot on TV since the season opener. In
thinking about retiring unless he wins. This is pressure. Huge. Bringing 10 there now. Steve Wilson just needs any kind of a mark. More entry angle.
Tour victory.
It's only happened 6 times in the history of the PBA Tour.
Including by you.
Thank you.
10-pin, Chris Barnes.
Spin 34-pin lead.
So far right is Barnes, keeping with that line.
I paid full price. He gets a double. I ring 10.
John was third, was 1488, and Tommy Jones had a 1420 and left the 10-pin.
And strikes out.
On the tour. Oh, having problems with the 10 all day, especially. Foundation frame, 9th frame, very important to strike here. And again.
Eastern, ludicrous in the house for that shot. Barnes into 6th, leaves the 10. That hurt. And on the PBA Tour, there are not going to be too many dry eyes here in a few moments. Chris Barnes was joking with us yesterday.
Who you got first?
Careful.
Frame after a strike.
And there's a soft 10 for Chris Barnes.
Leaving a ringing 10. Just a little too aggressive on that shot. Just a little bit too much speed. You lose 1 rev on the ball.
Certainly with that split now, all 3 players in this first match.
In there.
Barnes up. And just the 10-pin. Trying to make it 3 in a row.
Chance for 248 if he takes it all the way out. Got a whole pocket, and it does. Ball really sailed a long way down. 227, the best that Barnes can do.
Needs a strike to stay within 11. And just flat 10, and that's the lead we've seen a lot. Just the flat 10.
Really had himself a pocket 7-10. Instead, just a 10-pin. Ends a great streak for Chris. Wow. His tremendous career.
All right. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Walter.
Ringing 10. He won't get to number 2 yet.
Twice. 2 pretty good shots on this.
For all the money.
Wow. And
10-pin, can you believe it?
Scroggins has got life now. If he strikes on the next ball and Chris Barnes doesn't, Mike Scroggins wins. Let's see what kind of shot Mike Scroggins can come up with.
Get it back after that spare in the 3rd frame.
Chris Barnes now down by 2 pins.
5th frame for Chris Barnes. 10-pin.
Well, that ball just comes in a little bit light.
Yeah. Oh! A scout cross lane. Skips the deck and does not trip the 10.
That was one of the fastest messengers you'll ever see.